how do we get from stop making plans and start making better decisions? So we're going to talk about strategies of how we can stop making plan after plan after plan that we can start making better decisions. So I would ask you to say, how many of you have plans for this year? How many of you have made plans for your life? How many of you have made plans for your family? How many of you have made plans for your career? So the question is, what decision are you making so you can get those things accomplished in your life? So I have 4 points of strategies to help you in making better decisions. One is determine who you are. Determine what you want. Who are you as a person? Are you motivated to making better decisions? What is your goal? What is your ultimate desire in making sure you get those plans done with and completed? 2 is you need to identify your goals and your objective. Why you want to make better plans. Why you have these goals set for yourself, for your family, for your education, for church. What are your goals and objectives? What are you going to benefit from it? How is it going to help you and your family? 3 is you have to sit down and you have to develop a plan. And developing a plan is what steps are you going to take to get you to the end. That is making better decisions. And then 4 is you just have to execute your plan. Oh, you have to execute your plan, because when you making those better decisions, it's going to help you move in the right direction. So executing your plan is taking time, sitting down, writing down, how am I going to get from A to Z? That is coming up with a execute plan. Now, even in coming up with all these strategies that I have given you, I also want to make sure that we do not forget that you have to remain focused. Focus is making good decisions, and it is very important because focusing helps you to stay centered. It also keep your attention, and it also make you attracted to what you want to do. There has to be attraction to the end. What is the end goal? So being focused is so important. And to be focused is that you need to make sure that you surround yourself with those that are going to also help you make better decisions. It could be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your children, it can be your business friend, it can be your church member. Is that you want to make sure that you surround yourself with those people that is not going to distract you. So anything that's going to distract you from making better decisions for the plans that you have made for yourself, is the best thing to do is to detach yourself from those people that are distracting you and make sure you stay connected to those that are going to keep you rooted and grounded and focused on making better decisions. Because we know better decision making skills is going to be good for you in the long run. Now, I also would say is, with all these strategies, determine who you are, identifying your goals and objective, develop your plan, execute your plan. Is also about being focused. But even with that is you have to identify like your goal. What is the ultimate goal of your plan? And so one of the most effective decision-making strategies is to keep your eyes on the goal. What is the end goal? I mean, talking about the execute plan. What is the end goal of you making the decision in regards to the plans that you have for yourself? Now, even though we kept on saying, what are some of the strategic plans? I would say, what are some of the characteristics in helping you make better decisions? One is problem solving. These are certain traits and characteristic that you need is problem solving. You need to know how to solve problems. You need to know that whenever there is a deadline, there's a roadblock in the plans that you have for yourself, you need to be able to do problem solving. You must be able to know how to fix a problem. You must be able to know not to let that problem get you disfocused, take your eyes off of the end goal. And so that's one of the things that we need to do is know how to problem solve. 2, we need to make sure that we are not emotional. Okay? We need to make sure that we keep our emotion intact. We need to make sure that when we are having no up days, down days, or maybe we get negative response from our customers, from a family member, or from the bank, and all of a sudden we just feel emotionally drained. We feel like we can't do it. Is you cannot allow, when you are making better decisions and you have a certain plan for yourself, you cannot allow negative emotions stop you from making better decisions. Point 3 is you also need to make sure you have some critical thinking skills. You have to be able to know how to evaluate information. You need to know how you can gather information in order to help you execute making those better decisions. It might be pertaining to your work, your family, your church, education, your children. You need to make sure you have some critical thinking skills. You have to make sure that you come up with some strategies on how to make things work. What is working, what is not working, what I might need to redefine, what I might need to readjust. All of these is part of critical thinking. Then I also want to talk about leadership ability. You must be able to possess leadership ability, because you being a leader is going to help impact. Maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a business partner, maybe it's whoever is connected to you, is that you have to possess leadership ability. So especially if there's other people looking up to you or other people is connected to you, you want to possess the leadership ability, that you're a leader, that you are guiding them down the right path, because we are making those better decisions, because we already done laid out the plan. We done already executed the plan. I already know the goals and objectives. So now as a leader, as I am the person is on the forefront, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make sure that I go down the right road. So even though those are roadblocks and they might be deadline, as a leader, when that critical thinking comes up, is I can still lead. I can still lead my team. I can still lead my vision, because even if you are single and solo, is you still have to have that leadership ability to even understand that if you need help, is that you will reach out to someone else that is in a higher position, more knowledgeable, that can help lead and guide you in making better decisions. Even in taking charge, leadership is taking charge, able to handle complex problems. That is part of leadership. Then we also come that you need to have teamwork, because when you have a plan, it's going to involve other people. When you make a plan for your life, it's going to involve other people. So for teamwork, is you have to be a great communicator, and you must ask those people that is part of the plan. Part of making those better decisions for you is you must be able to communicate effectively with other people. There's no way that you can live in this world and not ask for someone to help you, because making that plan might involve other people to help you get from A to Z. Then we're also going to talk about creativity and marketing. So whatever plan that you have for your life or for your business, primarily, is you got to have creativity, and you have to be able to know how to brand and market your business. This is mean if you need to go with a new logo, you need flyers, you need somebody to do some content, you need someone to help you do video, you need a sponsor. You have to be creative in marketing yourself. And even in making better decisions is getting to the point that you know what's going to work for you. How are you going to get there? What are the avenues that you need in order to make those better decisions? And the last thing that I want to say that I know that is very good that you would need in making better decisions is time management. Everybody needs to make sure that they are in control of their time. You might have an 8-to-5 job. You might work a 12-hour shift. You might be a wife. You might be a grandmother. Whatever it is that you have to be mindful of how to set certain appointed time in order to make sure that you make those better decisions. So whichever way you have to go is you have to realize that there are times that you're going to have to work. You're going to have to set aside. You're going to have to be able to say what hours, what days that I'm able to work towards my goals, my objective, my future plans. And good time management will help you because it will prevent you from being overwhelmed. Because if you become overwhelmed with something and you don't have certain time management skills, is that you don't want burnout. And that's a whole nother subject that I can talk about is being burnout or being heavy burden because we do not have good management time of what we are trying to do. Because I want to end with this in order to stop making plans and start making better decisions. The end goal is to make sure that you progress and make sure you accomplish your goal. And in order to do that is you go back and listen to the strategic planning, what strategies that you have, being focused and making sure that you have that problem solving, emotional, critical thinking. Make sure you have leadership abilities, teamwork. Make sure you brand, be creative in what you're doing, and make sure you have time management. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining.